This gun will fire when it's apart. It will not blow up. What happened when he picked it up? The sear sits right here. What happened is when he picked it up by the sear and squeezed it, and it fired. It went off. Now, there was a case that ATF came in on. A guy who was found dead, I think in his bedroom, with a .30 caliber Luger apart, and there was a spent shell in this part of it. He'd been shot in the stomach, and it died. It must have hit him in the very right spot. Anyway, he died. They found him dead on the floor with the gun taken apart and beside him. And ATF then discovered that, yeah, this much of the gun can fire and not blow up, because they found the empty .30 Luger cartridge in the chamber. And they deduced how it happened. Well, the Germans were aware of that a long time ago. And so on some sporting guns and police guns, they would put in another type of safety. You push out the pin, which you've already seen me do for the toggle. Now it gets a little more interesting. To take out the ejector, you see this spring right here? I'm sorry, I said ejector, but to take out the sear, that is a spring. So we lift it up and push it forward. It comes out. And then the sear will lift out going this direction. We'll take the breech bolt, drop in the extractor spring, put in the extractor, push the extractor down, put in the extractor pin. Took care of that. Now the firing pin goes in easily, but remember, put the plunger in. Notice the slot in the cross in the plunger, so that the cross pin can retain it. Now this particular gun, the cross pin was not tight, so I've got it almost all the way through now. I'll just push it in the wrist way. Ooh. Make a liar out of me. That was stiff. Okay. The sear is now assembled. Now we'll put it in the gun. And remember, it has its angled slot, just like the ejector did. Are extremely well made. The steel in them is awfully good for the day, awfully good today. But when you figure they made in the 30s, well, 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s, during a war, in fact, they did an awfully good job on these guns. And the